Welcome back, ladies and gents. Although, not so much the ladies, let's be honest. Hey, Revnak's mum watches, so I guess that's one. Well, she counts as more like 5 people. But anyways, we're back here with another game, Robot versus Shake 2020. Shake going back to his roots, playing as Svidan Ya, going up against Robots France. So let's see how this one goes. Okay, let's have a look. We are on the map Saguenay. Saguenay is a very good competitive map. You've got, especially summer Saguenay, because you get 2 versions of it, don't you? You get summer and you get winter Saguenay. Summer Saguenay is definitely the better of the two. The winter one, it's frozen over, so you can't like put outpost or buildings right on the edge, on the beachhead over here. You have to put it down a lot further back, which kind of sucks. It's good. I mean, it's good if you like going for the water, but summer Saguenay is definitely more competitive. It just looks more aesthetically pleasing as well, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I am British, so I do like snow, believe it or not. But 100 wood being picked up there for Shake. That's going to be massive, and you can see here, single-handedly, that treasure has literally given him another torp. So basically aging up with an extra villager thanks to that treasure and an extra 10 population. Yeah, really, really nice. Great start there by Shake. Robot, on the other hand, looks like he's going to be picking up his own wood treasure, which is going to be 85 wood. This explorer looks so stupid in yellow. Not sure what he's going to be able to benefit from 85 wood. At this stage, once he starts aging up, he will be able to. But right now, I don't think that 85 wood is going to give him much. Okay, 120 food now being picked up by Shake. Wow, if Shake gets this, it's going to be close. Oh, Robot sees it with the scout. Oh, it's going to be super close. It's going to be so close. I think Robot's like, yeah, there's time. He needs to pull back and shoot. No, he went for the double melee, and Robot steals it. Oh, no. So what should happen there? What Shake should have done, if he was paying attention, if you get a melee and you time it correctly, because as you're meleeing like that against a treasure guardian, okay, you're hitting each other, right? You're both, well, he's not snaring you, but you're snaring the bear. So the bear is constantly snared, okay, when you're meleeing it, of course. When the bear goes for its last attack animation, okay, so as it's hitting you, okay, so it's pawing you, yeah, that's what a bear does, right? You can pull back your explorer, so the bear has to wait for its attack animation to finish before it starts pursuing you. But as it starts pursuing you, it's also going to be slowed because it's still snared by your attack. So rather than get 2 melee attacks to kill the bear, you can, on your third to last one, if that makes sense, you can pull back and you can generate just enough space, if you micro it correctly, to get the shot off. And that essentially counts as 2 melee attacks. So he could have gone for the pulled back, shot, and then picked up the treasure. So that's a very high level tech. I mean, it's not that difficult to do, but obviously it's not that easy either. But it's a high level tech, so you could have actually gotten around that. I hope it explained that well. But basically, on your last melee attack, once it starts attack animation you can pull back and then shoot it if you get your timing right. So that's what he could have done to kill the bear quicker at the end. It kills it at the end quicker. It also saves you getting attacked another time as well. And then he would have had a chance to pick the treasure up without Robot getting there. So, yeah, interesting there, but still both good from both sides. Robot picks up the food treasure, which is fantastic. It wouldn't have helped him age at that point, but, you know, it is what it is. What is Robot doing, by the way? Wow, it would have helped him age, actually, because he's not going for a 12-10, which is interesting. He's going for a 14 villager age up, which is interesting. You usually see natives if you're going for 14 vil, like the ancient regime build. Which Robot does like doing. Me and Robot have got a similar style of France in that respect. He likes to do that rush as well. So do I. But he's not going to be doing it today. He's just going to be going for a standard stable start by the looks of it. Okay. 80 XP being picked up. He has gone for double TP as well. Might go for some TP line eco here. He has got 700 wood on the way. Steel traps coming in. Shaker's going forward with those torque wagons, the Dominion shipment. He very much likes to send that card. He likes to send it towards the outpost. And it is a good tactic. Shake was doing that for a long time, and I think a lot of other Sweden players have picked up on that. If Sweden aren't playing turtly, which they often are forced to because they get destroyed by rushes. What is Shake up to? Wow, Shake's going for a stable start as well, so that's interesting. Don't see a stable start every day from Shake, but the stable start into the hacker pellet build is a very strong build. We're seeing hacker pellets of it's weird because hacker pellets were considered OP as hell, and they kind of are an OP unit. But the problem is with that unit is you have to get to a certain mass of them. You have to be able to make a certain amount of them for them to be OP, which is not easy. 6 minutes and 5 hussars come out. Shake's going for 700 wood behind this, of course. Pretty standard stuff. Instead of going Caroleans, he's going hussar start. That's basically what he's doing. And I imagine he'll want to get up to age 3 and start hacker pellet spamming. Only 4 huss out at 6 minutes 15 there for Robot. That's not fantastic. 12. If that was a 12-10, that's fine. But doing a 14 village up and not getting 5 hussars out is really bad. And Robot not going to see the early raid coming in. That's going to be at least 1 villager down. No great coats either. And Shake missing a beat there. Honestly, could have killed 2 villagers, but instead kind of gets 1.5 or 1 villager and gets a lot of damage done off a few others. Another 5 hussars coming in for Shake. Shake with the 5-5. That is impressive for Sweden. Not going to lie. That is without a resource crate. Like for food or coin, that is very impressive. So this is actually a really fantastic start by Shake here. Already, Robot on the back foot. I think Robot, the reason why he only got 4 out, it looks like he's being greedy with the Cree settlement. So he's already on 23 villagers, and you can see here Crees are being produced. He already has 1 of them. If we do this, it should tell us, yeah, look, Cree, they are separated. The Cree CDB and normal CDB. So, Robot going super greedy here. Shake hasn't picked that native up yet, but, every Civ should go for that native tech. The Cree, pretty much every Civ should go for this, especially if you're playing greedy, just because it gives you 5 free CDBs, which is, not free CDBs, it gives you 5 CDBs, which is insane, absolutely insane. You just have to get the TP, which is 200 wood, or 100 food and 100 wood to be even more efficient. But Cree also has things like Cree Tanning, which is just 5 hit points for everything for 200 resources. Again, and another insane tech. It also has Native Warrior build time, which is good if you go natives. But that one's also very good. Buildings, build time, wood cost. So yeah, very, very good techs from definitely an S tier native, mainly because of the CDBs. That is just an unbelievably strong ability to make villagers. Cree trackers are okay, they're nothing crazy. That's not what makes them S tier. It is purely this that makes them S tier. That is Cree Tanning is another S tier tech because it's very cheap. Although it's only 5 hit points, it's still very cheap to get, and it's all hit points. It's all units, which is insane. And then the other 2 are okay as well. Robot is aging up, so after 700 wood, 700 gold, so standard stuff here. TP does go down, so Shake's done a fantastic job there of denying some XP. Might even get this second trade post, which is good. And I can't see any counter coming in from Robot right now. Cree Tanning is coming in. Coin here being picked up by the Dominion's Torps, which is obviously very efficient and effective. Age 3 comes in, ages up fast. I did pick up 6 sheep, by the way. I didn't notice that, but he has picked up sheep. Nice cheeky little wall here. I really like that. It's not necessarily completely to block off. It's just to kind of buy these CDBs some time and funnel the hussars into a choke point. So Cree Tanning hussars have an extra 16 HP. You can see they're 336 compared to 320. Shake needs to be careful about diving in here. He knows the age up has happened. and he knows the timing for shipment is going to be coming out very, very shortly. And you can see here, if I was Robot, I would just take the bait there. Yeah, 100%. Shaker's just doesn't need to do this. He's getting desperate there, but he should know that look at the amount of goons that are going to come in here. Just fell into that trap. Such an easy bait as well for Robot. He is going to be laughing that all the way home. Banking that easy peasy advantage. Shake ages up and essentially loses all of his huzzas from the age up. No veterancy for him now, because that would just be a waste. But what a waste. What a huge waste there for Shake. Just got a bit too eager. He got ants in his pants. I'll tell you who does have ants in their pants. Revnak's mum, because I gave them to her last night. Hey-oh! Okay, Cav combat coming in for France. Pretty nice when you got that kind of advantage amount of cavalry. But look at that remass there of 15 hacker pellets. You're about to see why these units are so OP, because they beat goons thanks to that one area of effect that they have. Oh God, imagine if Shake didn't lose all those huzzas. Robot is getting out APMs right now. He's not paying attention. He does now. Okay, veteran huzzas has been teched for Robot. 29 vils here for Shake. He's now double stable production. The hacker pellets. I do believe he sent 5, right? Yeah, so he sent 5 and now he's sending 1k coin. He has sent ironworks, so his torps are pretty good. Some of the early ones might be running out of berries. They're about to run out of berries. So blackberries may be an option shortly. Yeah. Doesn't have 1k wood. I would say 1k wood into a water boom might be decent, because he's almost max torps now. It does look like he is going for the trade post, so he's getting that a little bit later, which is fine. He got the early advantage because of it. He lost that advantage by losing all of his huzzas. But now going for the eco is still fine and still good. He wants that Kree tanning tech as well, which would be fantastic. I would get the Kree tanning tech first, and then I'd go for the CDBs. Goons with Cav combat and Kree tanning have 280 HP, which is very nice. So you can see here, goons do 29 damage. They have the same range resist, but hacker pellets. Do I see some raiding going on here? Huge raiding from the veteran Hussars. Huge raid. Beautiful stuff. The distraction with the goons. Great play there by Robot. Scores are neck and neck. What a game this is so far. And hacker pellets, we can see there, have slightly less ranged attack and slightly less range. But they do have that one area of effect, which multiplies their damage. Especially the more you have of them, the more it multiplies. So it's yeah, that's kind of why they win. They have slightly less HP, but that is going to be changed very shortly when ranged cavalry combat. So if they get ranged cavalry combat and Kree tanning themselves, the HP and damage is almost very similar. You can see that he's trying to desperately get in. He wants to get in all in range. He has to get close, so all of the hacker pellets are attacking, whilst Robot wants to keep his distance and utilize the extra 2 range that goons have to keep kiting him. Using the Explorer, they're soaking up lots of damage. More goons coming in. More hacker pellets coming in for Sweden, but they're not. Oh, they're the whole way across the other side of the map, so they're not going to be here anytime soon. Ranged cav combat coming in now for Sweden, so 277 HP, so the HP is very, very close. Hacker pellets might actually have more if they have Kree tanning. I did not know that. And 29 ranged attack now. So they have the exact same ranged attack. But they have one area of effect and the same HP. So, yeah, this is definitely a big, massive advantage that hacker pellets have. They can even go into melee just like that. And they have even more hand attack. And they attack twice as quick in melee. And on top of that, goons have range resist, not melee resist, so they do not want to get meleeed by hacker pellets. That's another advantage that hacker pellets have over goons. Hacker pellets are slightly more expensive. You can see there. Not by a lot, though. Only 10 extra coin. And now Shake has a decent lead here as well. Wow. He's shipping a frigate. I think that's more of a precautionary measure. But also it's going to be really good. Does Shake actually see this? He doesn't see the herds up here. He sees the mine and he sees the armory here. I call it an armory arsenal. I've been playing too much Warhammer. I called it an armory. I've been playing too much Dawn of War. So the frigate is going to get a couple of bill raid. Really nice, actually. Not only that, it's also going to deny this this silver mine from being gathered from. So that's massive. And look at that. The hacker pellets coming in, cleaning up the rest. And where... Oh, wow. Should have finished that off. And Robot nowhere to be seen. He's doing his own thing, trying to go for a counter raid. But second town center going up. But look at this constant huge pops of hacker pellets coming in here for Shake. Could get a really nice flank here as well. See some little old mate skirmishes by themselves, but Shake doesn't see it. He's just going in for the jugular of the goons. Put them in melee! Put them in melee! Oh, and now they're bunching together, which is exactly what the hacker pellets want. The more they bunch together, the more the one area of effect does more damage. The closer they are to each other, the more impact that area of effect damage does. Oh, it's brutal. And now they're brutalizing the skirmishers. This is looking so good for Shake right now, showing us why the pure hacker pellet build is still a strong meta with Sweden. We see the Savalax Jaeger build recently. But I think that's mainly because Shake really hasn't been playing much Sweden. Sweden, yeah. Sweden. Okay, Shake started to turn a fire here. He took a lot of damage, but I think he should have just kept on fighting here. Does have the extra range for them. Still no Cretanning. But yeah, that's a really good hold by Robot, actually. Really, really good hold. Trample Tactics coming in now. So that basically is only a 15% hit points. It doesn't do the whole Trample Tactic stuff anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But it is more hit points, so they have over 300 now. You still can get Creed Tanning. It's such an easy tech to get here, especially at this stage of the game. Only 100 resources, 100 food, and 100 coin. So a very cheap 200 resources at that. Shake getting a priest. I like that. Healing up these hacker pellets. They're a very expensive unit, so healing them up is definitely worthwhile. Wow, also going for Town Watch. Oh, we've got frigate action here. It looks like Robots is going to come out on top. Wow, Shake is actually water booming here. So Sweden do have a good mid to late game water boom, so I'd like to see that now. I think it's much more effective to put docks down than it is to put TCs down in the mid game. Obviously, Sweden don't have a good early game water boom because they have to boom with torps, which obviously take wood. So, but once they get all of their torps down, then they can start water booming, and it's a very good way of keeping that eco that they have throughout the game. All of the CDVs get stacked there. Still isn't taking that Creed Tanning though. It's so painful to not see that. A frigate in queue now as well. Where did Robots go? Wait a minute. Where did Robots go? Did they kill each other? Don't know what happened there. Oh, wait. No, wait. How did I miss that? Okay, Robots. Yeah, GG. GG frigate. But Robot is going to see the water boom. He is going to see that. But I don't know if... Now that he's lost his frigate, it's going to be tough to counter it. He's going to need artillery. And when you're making mass goons like this and your opponent is going mass hacker pellet, that's not easy. Robot on 44 bills, though. He's still doing well. He's having to take the mid-map now because he needs natural resources. He's shipping a fort. I actually like that. If he can plonk that fort down maybe here, that secures really strong map control for him, and then he can kind of poke at these torps. Got a frigate taking down a wall. Okay, villagers coming over, stealing this coin mine. I told you earlier about that frigate, how it's denied this silver mine. Not only has it denied Robot this silver mine, it's also allowed Shake to take it and torp up. So that's actually fantastic. The fort does go down, roughly where I said it was going to go. Oh, but Shake sees it! And Robot's late to react. And is it going to seed? What are the seeds on these 20 seeds? That's very good, actually. And it goes down. Robot needed to be in front of the foundation to protect it. I've been there many a time before. Shake desperately wants to put these in melee. 48 vills, 2 TC booming. It's going to be on 50 villagers very, very shortly. 51 for Shake. Some of them are boats. Double dock production with the boats. Now he's got all of the CDBs as well. Friar Tuck goes down. Shake keeps feinting with he keeps feigning the melee attack with them. Got the big batch. That's actually probably going to come and save him here. He wants to put a couple in melee, and just look at this. Just even Miniman coming in, but that might be not worth it at this point. Okay, Blackberry's now coming in. You can see the food production has slowed down, and a lot of his torps are not going to have berries now. So Blackberry's is coming in at a really nice time. You can see no berries on these Dominion ones we saw earlier. Will still... No, wow, he's got pretty much on none of them. There's like 2, I think, torps that have 1 torp that has berries on it. So you can see the gather rate. Bang. The moment that Blackberry's drops, look at that. Shoot up. Skyrocket. The amount of food, and perfect timing because he's going to need it for his production of hacker pellets. But Robot is doing a good job here of defending the... Now, 31 at ranged attack now for the goons. He's getting all their cav upgrades. Shake does have Treaty of Roslider in his deck. Roslider. And I definitely think he should send that because he's getting a lot of wood. And I think adding in Savalax Jaegers here would be really nice. And he adds a mill. Oof. I think he sent yeah, he sent 3 copper mines because you can see their torps are freshly gathering from mines. 1 fresh mine over there, a fresh mine over here as well. The Dominion's coin mine has 200 left. These have about 600. That one's ran out as well. Lots of wood on either side now. Oh wow, okay, going for Snaplock. That's going to be like 1 range, I think. Yeah, it gives 1 extra range to hacker pellets. It gives like 3 extra range to Caroleans and only 1 to hacker pellets. It is a buff. It's a nice buff, but I would definitely add Savalax Jaegers here against pure goons. Nice couple of Friar Tucks in here for Robot. On 57 vills. Putting down some native embassies. Friar Tucks doing some good healing here for all of his goons. What do we have? It has 3 cares, but that's not going to be that useful against pure hacker pellet, of course. Okay, going for Kree Kinship and Kree Warriors. So, looking like he's adding in some Kree Trackers now. So that's quite nice. Kree Trackers versus... it's a skirmisher unit, so it will have a bonus versus these units. And he's using the native embassies to build them. Okay, Robot is still eating some sheep here, so he saved those sheep for a long time. They probably were fully fattened, I believe, as well at this stage of the game. Definitely would have been fully fattened. Okay, Shake can opt to fight near the shoreline here and have some frigate protection. See there, they now have 13 range. Robot has 45 villagers on wood. He's gonna need to put some mills down, putting a couple of barracks down. Instead of aging up, it looks like he's just sticking to his guns in age 3 and kind of settling for making some natives here rather than opt to do the age up and make estates. Okay, nice. Putting the Kree on stagger mode is nice. They're a high HP unit, which is going to be good because they're going to tank a lot, which is what is really important here. The goons are covering the falconets well. Falconets will go down, but they did some good damage there, I think. Robot sending in 8 bows. I mean, going crossbow pike here would be nice, actually. I'm always a big believer in going crossbow pike, like in the late stages of the game. When the coin mines run out, especially in that awkward age 3, if you're not in age 4, so you can't get factories for coin, rather than this transitioning onto estates, which is really slow gathering, just go onto wood. Go bow pike. Don't be worried about skirmishes, because if anything, my experience, crossbows actually do really well versus skirmishes in large masses. Just because skirmishes, bows are kind of a soft counter for skirmishes. Just because skirmishes do more damage versus heavy infantry, but crossbows do more higher base rate damage. So just get veterancy for them and go crossbow pike, and I think that's going to be a really good option here. You can put the pikes in guard stance to soak up lots of damage. So yeah, I think this is a really good transition here by Robot. Look at the score. God damn, this game is super close. Robot has got the Huron Mantlets as well. Be cool to see some of them. There is a fishing tech here as well. So Shake could do with getting this fishing tech. Very cheap fishing tech for 15% extra gather rate is actually incredible. 150 resources for that tech is incredible. We've seen Karim do it before. He really likes that tech. And it's worth the 200 resources for the TP just to get that tech if you're water booming. Okay, Shake has called in the normal Jaegers. So he's had to spend 900 coin for that shipment. He still hasn't sent the treaty card, which obviously Savalax Jaegers are better, only slightly. But it's definitely like they're kind of cheaper as well. He's already got the church, so just send that card and 600 wood. Oh, look at that spread of damage, though. And now the melee, he gets stuck in there. What you really want to do is you really want to get inside the army there, which is why he's microing like that. Because then he can benefit the melee. He can just get stuck in there. And all of that melee damage, which has a one-area effect, will get multiplied like crazy if he's really in the midst of his all of those units. But again, Robot holding off really well. These bows doing a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage. And 71 vills here for Sweden. So Sweden do have coin, plenty of coin to make. He's obviously got full torps, which are still gathering a lot of mines. So Sweden are in a really good position here. He's on 71. Somehow he's down in score, though. But I mean, well, to be fair, there's 78 villagers for Robot. Okay, finally, yeah, we're getting some veterancy techs for crossbows. Kree have 16 range, and obviously Jaegers have 20, so he can keep fighting him here. There's a skirmisher. Wilderness warfare coming in. That's going to be a buff. You see that? Nearly 400 HP for these skirmishers is incredible. Soak up so much damage. They have like triple the amount of HP a veteran crossbow has. That is incredible. And yeah, Robot's just sticking to his guns with food and wood here. I love the confidence. He's got 4 mills, and then so 40-40 on wood and food, which is really nice. Not putting those estates down. He can. He's trying to go for stagecoach now. Could get gold that way. Even Shaker's putting down estates here. Should be getting those Savalax Jaegers though, and it will make other Jaegers cheaper as well. It costs wood and coin. He should be going more Savalax Jaegers than anything else, I think. I don't know what he does against here, though. He might even need heavy cavalry. 84 villagers now for Robot. I think there's a really good... where's that one that gives you loads? Huron trade dominance. So for 400 wood and 400 coin, he'd get 15 Huron Mantlets. And it goes up to 30 minutes of the game. So 15 Huron Mantlets is the most you can get from this. So that's actually a really good tech to get. He doesn't want the fishing one. And the other one is the Huron Sun Colt increases the number of Huron Mantlets you can train. So that'd be plus 200%. So definitely worth getting that. Oh, he's getting veterancy Huron. Oh, he's making Huron. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I mean, if you're going, they're food and wood, so you might as well, right? Oh, a trading post only had like 90 HP to get built there. Shake clipping the Explorer before it goes up. Very nice. Yes, finally Shake goes for the treaty card. Has he actually sent them, though? I can't see if he sent them yet. No, if he sent them, then all of his Jaegers would turn into Savalax Jaegers. So he hasn't sent that yet. Oh, there it comes. Nice. So Savalax Jaegers is coming in and push a pike. He has got lots of veteran hussars. That's actually a really big brain move. So you can see here. Oh, and he's getting the Gustavian guards as well. Great stuff. There come the Savalax Jaegers now. Has he still not got this tech? He still hasn't got Kree tanning. That's painful. He does have Savalax Jaegers now. He's on 76 vills. Robot's on 85. Huron Sun ceremony coming in now. He does have 10 Huron Mantlets. Getting veteran pikemen, which is nice. And it looks like it's go time. Shake's trying to dive in, but look at this choke point. The Hussars, like, and now the pike's going to pop perfectly. And this, look how messy this is. Death by numbers. Like, his units aren't moving. He just can't do anything. The space he was in was so tiny that they couldn't attack. Robot, look at the mass from Robot here. Gustavian guards here. They could do some damage. But Huron trade dominance is coming in. And are we going to see Huron Mantlet dominance? How many does this give him again? Like, I've got 15, I think. This is messy. The Gustavian guards are getting stuck in there. Savalax, yeah, there's a lot of Savalax Jaegers at the back doing a lot of damage here. But look at the Mantlets. Look at the Mantlets. Nearly 400 HP with 40% range resist. They soak up so much damage. Even in melee, they're soaking up lots of damage. They have 31 range attack. Yes, it's only 10 range, but that's pretty good. Oh, and there comes the shipment of them. No, that's how many he got? He's got 32 Mantlets. Shake can't deal with that right now. And look at that mass of 53 veteran crossbows. There's no anti-cav here, though. That's a lot of veteran Hus, actually. These Mantlets are so slow. 80 mils. Just pure wood and food right now for Robot. But look at the mass of 29 Huron Mantlets. Look at that Mantlets firing those tomahawks. Look at them go. Imagine you've got a gun and someone's just got a wooden shield and he's lobbing tomahawks over there. You would absolutely shit yourself. They're not anti-cav, by the way. They don't have a multiplier versus cavalry, but just because there's so many of them, 31 ranged attack, because there's just so many of them, they're soaking up so much damage, it doesn't matter that they don't have a multiplier. And he's just massing Huron Mantlets. Let's go! You very rarely see this unit. Look how fast they're getting produced now as well. They have fantastic siege as well. So they're such a good all-round unit, a very good defensive unit to have at the front of your army, just soaking up damage. 2 facts coming in, more Hussars coming in. Is it going to be enough, though? The Savalax Jaegers, he's got 20 of them doing so much damage, but are they just going to get swarmed here? The bows are just going to take brute force the Falconets. But the Hussars are getting a lot of damage off here, but more Savalax Jaegers, more Hussars. He's on 80 villagers. He still has plenty of resources on the water. The scores are still relatively close. The Hussars might be pulling through here, but more Mantlets coming to the aid of the crossbows. Damn, 24 Savalax Jaegers doing so much damage. But the Huron Mantlets, look at that fire animation. Hey, lobbing it, just throwing it, just chucking it, hoping it lands. But Shake is managing to hold. Pike's doing some sieging down here. But that's not going to matter too much at this stage. At this stage, you just put torps on wood because there's no mines left. Shake pushing back in. That is a lot of Savalax here. 29 Savalax Jaegers. God damn, these things are 2 pop each. That is a lot of damage as well here. More Mantlets popping though. Shake going for the raid. Robot gonna lose some bills here, but he's probably happy to sacrifice them. Savalax Jaegers getting swarmed here by pikes and Mantlets. I mean, 31 damage is still 31 damage. Yeah, look at that. Lost like 10 bills. Wow. He's brought the score back as well, very slightly. Look at that. Look at that Mantlet just tanking a full volley of Savalax Jaegers. Robot has got a lot of wood. I mean, I've got a lot of wood watching this game. What a game this has been. Yeah, he can just brute force the siege here, which is exactly what he's doing. The Savalax Jaegers can't kill them quick enough. The Mantlets have been buffed with native techs as well. And native cards. The pike Mantlet combo. We're seeing a pike Mantlet combo in Age of Empires 3, baby. This is what this game is all about. Who needs gold? We're just getting food and wood, baby. Scores are still super close. Robots are 74 bills. But the Mantlets just soaked up so much damage. It's really, really tough to beat. Like, what do you make against this unit? Technically, artillery and cap does well because they have range resist, not artillery resist or melee resist. But even then, they soak up a lot of damage regardless. They're a very large unit. You can see the hitbox when it's highlighted. So that when they come together, it's actually frustrating for cavalry to get around them because they've almost got like a cavalry hitbox. So they're a very big chunky boy unit. That looks like a Yoshi's egg, doesn't it? Talk of Kree tanning. These guys have got that Kree tanning over that wood. Look at that guy poking around the corner. Look at these guys just poking around the corner. That's how they fire. They just have a little peek, saying "Cooey!" Bang, lob a tomahawk. That's what you get, bitch. Does take 2 people to operate them, and they're a popless unit as well. They don't cost pop because they're a native, which is incredible. Such a funny, unique unit. Like there is not another unit in the game like them. Such a cool unit. Wow, where did these Falconets come from? Beautiful stuff. There's still not a lot of anti-cap, but the Falconets are attacking the Hussars. Not sure about that. The Hussars spread. The Mantlets. Look how many Mantlets there are, just swarming, protecting 30 Mantlets, just protecting the Falconets. And look at these things go. 31 range attack. That's a fantastic standard attack. And look at that. The Hussars with the Savalax Jaegers bombarding the units behind them. still does not even make a tiny dent in the Huron Mantlet defense. We are seeing Mantlet, Huron Mantlet Falconet composition right now. Look how tough this looks. With just a sprinkle of anti-cab behind it. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. How do you get the Hussars are trying, but they can't get around the chunky boys. And Shake calls the GG. He cannot beat the Huron Mantlet defense, baby. Wow. I can't remember the last time I saw this unit made, and what an impression that just... Guys, the mid, especially the late game, Huron Mantlets, they're terrible early game, but late game as a unit, they are incredible because they are there. You can make 30 of them. 30 of them, maybe more with cards. All of the... He's only got one native tech to upgrade them, so these guys can be upgraded to the max as well. They can get well over 400. They're in... This is in age 3, guys, and they can get over 400 HP in age 3. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. The late game, they are incredible because they are there to soak damage. And, like, it's tough just to beat 30 of them by themselves, let alone the other 100 pop of army you actually have behind it. What an incredible build there by both sides. Really fun game, looking like it could have been taken by either side. Shake with that early game fumble with all those Hussars was definitely a massive fumble this game, but it did mean we got to see the Huron Mantlet defense, baby. What a thumbnail that is right there. Village count. It was really close game between both. It was really close. Look at villager population. Let's go to military unit population. That doesn't take into consideration the Huron Mantlets. Oh, robot with the extra natives. All resources gathered. Wow, that was super close all game. They both went for greedy builds, and that was a really fun one. Wow. Military, 162 hacker pellets to 128 pikemen. What a game that was. The Huron Mantlet build, baby. And it just guys, get this unit. Get this unit in the late game. Prioritize that unit in the late game. It is so good. You can make so many of them, and they are so good. They are quite expensive, but so worth it. Guys, hope you enjoyed that game, and I will catch you in the next one, baby. Peace.